Hello there, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. So, this video is kind of something weird. I kind of figured out. I started collecting vinyls. Well, I collected I started collecting vinyls when I was like a teenager. I collected a few. I'm collecting them now again just for fun, you know. And I started looking up like mix albums. You know what I mean? Like now that's what I call music is always still a big thing today, which is crazy. But I always remember Top of the Pops. If you don't know what Top of the Pops is, it was like a music show every weekend. It ran from like I can't remember like the 50s, 60s up until 2000, and then there was like, and then the music channels kind of stopped it from happening. But it was basically like the top 40 songs of that week, and artists would come on the show and perform their songs. And some of them, I think, some of them weren't. They were always like dubbed because they didn't want them like swearing or whatever. Um, but yeah, there's that. I could make another video about all of that. But I do remember um the vinyls, and I just went, okay, maybe I should just look up the vinyl just to see are there any for sale, and there are, and there's some of them like cheap, like less than €10, and then there's other ones that are really expensive. Because I guess the set list on them was really good. Um, but as you can see here in the front, um, like it kind of tells you a few of the songs that are on it, but not all of the songs that are on it. And then when you look at the back, they're not on this list at all. Like they're all kind of mixed up between the front, between the A side and B side. But most of them would have like like two or three big songs on it. There was one there where I saw like I recognized all the songs, and that one was kind of expensive. But it had Bohemian Rhapsody on it and stuff. Um, but that's not kind of what like so that's kind of like an intro to the thing, to the video. What now? On Top of the Pops years ago, they had these women. If they couldn't get um a music video, if they didn't have a music video for the song, or they couldn't get the artists to come in and perform the song, these girls would come out and dance, and they would do a dance for the song, and then there's a really interesting actually documentary about that. I can't remember what they were called, but it doesn't matter. So these vinyls ran from 1968 to 1985, 86, something like that. But then later on, I found there was like CDs from the 2000s, which was interesting. But they always, the cover of them and the back of them, like have these models on them, and I was just like, they got nothing to do with anything. But there must be like the women dancers from Top of the Pop show from all those years ago. And then like I even found an Italian version, um top hits. I think I think this is the Italian version of the Pops. Um and there was like French version and stuff like that, which is really interesting. But like some of them from the 60s were kind of tame enough. Like it was just a happy girl in a nice dress type of thing, which is fine. And then this was like, you open it up and this was in it. Um, this was like a free calendar in it. And some of the back of them would have a free calendar in it too. But a lot of them were like women in swimsuits, and then like women like from the 70s, like, and they'd be dressed up like the era, like the year. I think one came out every year. Um, so it was kind of like the top hits. But my guess is it's like whatever they could get copyright from, I guess. Um, because I'm guessing not all of the artists would give them permission to sell it. Like, you know what I mean? Which is why there's some weird songs I've never heard of. But yeah. So like, but every now and again you'll get a girl in a bikini, and that's what's that got to do with anything? I don't know. It's got nothing to do with anything, I guess. But like they would have a girl for every year. But sometimes the girls would come back, and like so then they kind of went into the swimsuits then after the dresses, and then they were just kind of in bikinis. Like it was just so that's why I was kind of like, oh my god, this is crazy. Like what? So you have to understand it's mostly teenagers that watch Top of the Pops. So th- these vinyls, and it was mostly teenagers that bought vinyls when you think about it, because it's mostly teenagers that buy music. So like what? Like how did this pass? DMCA or whatever it like back in the day. There's a cool one from the 70s, like and it's fine, like but then there's other ones that are just they're just in bikinis. It's like, is this page three of the Sun or whatever? Like it's a bit crazy. Um, so they kind of go back and forth to being okay, and then they're all of a sudden they're in a bikini, all of a sudden they're showing a bit of their behinds. Um, and this one's just nuts. Like I don't know what's going on. It's the same one again, and then this one's kind of like 79 onwards. They get a bit really risque, like really risky, and then like like it's just kind of like the 80s are here. Everything's kind of really suggestive, like 78. So it's kind of like she isn't wearing a bra. It's like um, and then there was this one, and on the back of this one was just this girl, and well, like little calendar. That's fine. And then there was this one from I think I don't know what year, but I had to censor it. I put in that this box because you could see like she was topless. You could see she was wearing like a see-through top, and it's the same with this girl. She was on the back of one of the albums, and I was just like, that's mental. But like these albums were targeted at teenagers, and it must have been like teenage boys. I guess like, but I can imagine like a lot of teenage girls buying these too. I guess, but um, yeah, that's just like you know, man, this girl kept popping up on it too. Pardon the pun, but there weren't a lot of. I couldn't find a lot of covers. Was that's sort of just like that's sort of just saying like it was crazy to me that in a record store there was actually you could see a woman's nipple um brazenly, and maybe they were kept behind the counter. I'd say this one had to have been kept behind the counter. But yeah, how would you explain that to your parents? Like, you just have to smuggle it in, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of funny to me, but mental. So that was just a quick history, I guess. No, it was just kind of a quick funny video of like it's just a bit crazy to me that this kind of thing. Like, I mean, I I think I remember one time I was in France and there were like topless women on like CD covers and stuff like that because it's different laws over there. But I've never seen this before on like um an album where it wasn't censored, or there wasn't some sort of label on it. So it's just a bit crazy to me, to be honest. So like and subscribe, check out my channel, check out my videos, check out all of my content. I guess I've been my video about Manchester United's new stadium got to 10,000 views. Thank you all so very much. Um, I got I'm trying to reach 600 subscribers now. Um, so thanks very much for all of that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Um, bye bye.